Now I got no cam this time because there's a little bit of sickness going on over here. So, but I wanted to make a video. This is a fun game versus Valda. I've been doing a lot of testing, and the list is, as some of you have been following the list, it has gone round and round with different cards a lot. So this is starting to be kind of happy place for me as I'm writing the guide on the side as well as I test these and go through the cards, to go through the matchups and whatever and write it. I'll just do a little bit of setup on their turn. Now the thing pops. And I swing the hammer. There was my first mistake actually. That ticking down the thing for hammer is not worth it. Because now I'm doing 4 card 9. Which is quite terrible. So layering these is very important. Okay. So you would carry over this effect if you just don't use the hero ability for next turn, which is like highly likely that we draw an attack, right? Although this new feature on Talisar is cool, that it's like when you hover the blocking cards, they are face down. You still see the defense values, so you can like figure out if they put their armor or whatever. But yeah. So now we have an attack. Unfortunately, not another blue. Oh no, I had suspended his killing. Blue would not do anything. I still have an attack there, and I just my first macro plan is to not use equipment unless I absolutely have to, and just tank down and damage. So now this enables those cheers for us quite well. So I'll do again a little bit of setup since I want this suspense is killing me to be in line. And I don't mind going down more life. I actually don't care being down like 20 life on Pleiades, because you will do like a 20 hit back and then grab a tempo, so it like evens it in one turn. So that's quite alright. The games where you don't quite get cheer and just bounce around doing nothing, sending vanilla attacks, opponent can block with 1 card or like 2 cards and send their 2 cards back, they feel the worst unless you are like especially late game. So now we get to do this for 15, which is pretty sick. It's dominated, so even if they put all their armor there, it's gonna be 8 and there is no 7 that they can block with. I think they're not running stance. They could be doing stance. Stance is pretty cool. So they do solid ground for 5. And now here's the cool part. The Cries of Encore says you get access to your auras until end of turn that are in your graveyard, right? So then you can activate Pleiades to kill an aura and play it back. It's part of the cost that it takes down the counter on it, and then the thing dies. There is the other part that creates like the delayed effect of putting counter on aura, so you can play the instant down on the ground again and just put the aura on it. So now you're at 3. And now we do here again this. And now here's another mistake. Like 2 of these mistakes this game. What happens is that you don't want to activate Pleiades ability blind, because now I put myself in a position where I have to draw an attack, or then the edge is useless. Or well, it goes to fist, right? But it's not like good enough most of the time. And the benefit of here, if you're using the quote-unquote free Pleiades, is that you get another activation if you draw an aura. So just playing for your consistent outs, which is here is just passing and not doing anything, is key. But here I am not punished. Alright. They sent the Spinal Crush and we used the hat to cheer. The cool thing about this hat is that you cheer. So what that means is that your turning point goes online, the blue block 5. You can use the hat and that at the same time and layer it so the hat cheers first. So you're not gated anymore on your life. Same thing that on offense like the Charm and Heroic Pose does. It turns Cries of Encore online because the wording says you have to have cheered at that turn. And then we get, of course, we get the confidence too. So now we can chain the confidences and they can't stop this 13 that is off of confidence even if they have all the armor there. Which is kinda nutty. Just play back Act of Glory. Up. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, I did it again. I learned from this game that you should not do it. You see the access position here? I have no attacks. I have absolutely no attacks. So, yeah. I can just block here. And we can actually use Turning Point to make the toughness here from Deacon. I really do love Deacon. I think it's a really good blue. And now I have to transfer back the... No harm done because I can transfer back, but still shouldn't be doing that. Now I'm passing back as well. It's fine, doing a little bit of like going around. A lot of auras again, so I either need to draw here into an attack or use Fist. Those are the two things that has to happen here. But I have two Luke's thanks to Palm. And then we transfer the counter on Act of Glory to put it a little bit onward. Now like here we can do Thump off of Tunic. We do a very big thump on those two. Get these attention grabbers. I put them in because I read the article of Pablo Pinto. So I feel like it's a little bit trying to sell the armory deck with the 3 charms and 3 of everything. I know he loves 3 of everything, but playing like the whole armory deck suit as well. That's... I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but the arm slot is a little bit open. It's a little bit open, for sure. Use the Go-Get token here. Push a little bit of damage. Now here we just do like numbers basically. So block 6, send 7. Nothing too crazy. This is the normal Guardian gameplay. Right here. Could have blocked 9 and sent 4 too. Actually no, because what happens next does not turn on Titan's Fist. Which is part of the issue with Titan's Fist, but Moment Maker I think has a lot more issues. So now again, we have Pummel. So if we play what happens next first, then we can arsenal a card, but there is not a card that I want to arsenal. So we rather play this way in reactions to things. Because now I can quote unquote mulligan Deacon. I guess I can keep Deacon in hand because this is technically IPing as well because I'm not using the card for anything. So, but the benefit is we can just arsenal the what happens next. And now use it for this. Block 7. I reel back because I realized I can just block 9 and carry over toughness and they should like seal the game. And then I can send Boulder Drop back. And now I have full on toughness. Oh, I swing Hammer. Well, Hammer goes for 4, so it's asking card 2. And then you can layer Boulder Drop maybe for some bigger later. I think that's the choice here. Which I guess is fine. Because these kind of layers are really good when you have like toughness and you can block like only one thing. Or you would block like one thing. The opponent decides to not send lethal. Because I have toughness, I guess. But I'll still block the 6 anyways, and we do the Tears Under thing. No matter what they send, we just block 6, and then we seal the deal with this. Because we have the pitch stack. Was that pitch stack? Maybe that wasn't pitch stack, but usually Tears Unders get pitch stack. All right, so they're very good at ending the game.